A tornado is a column of air that rotates violently, is in contact with both the surface of the earth and a cumulus cloud. A tornado is often referred to as a cyclone or twister, but the name cyclone sticks to it better because meteorologists often use it during active weather watch. It is said that tornadoes often take on many different forms, but they are still spotted as the clouds form a funnel that touches the surface of the earth and begins its destructive path. There are many different types of tornadoes, like the land spout, a multiple vortex tornado, and a waterspout. Waterspouts aren't considered true tornadoes because they develop over bodies of water and are classified as supercellular tornadoes. There are also phenomenal tornadoes that exist in nature and are called gustnadoes, dust devils, steam devils, and fire whirls. There is another form of tornado that exists, but people often confuse it, calling it the downburst. Now, tornadoes are ranked by strength and category themselves. For example, an FO is a weak tornado, and an EF5 is a strong tornado that is capable of ripping a building off the ground and damaging huge skyscrapers as well. But there is another way to rank them by. If a tornado is a TO, then it is a weak tornado that is capable of damaging only trees. But if it is a T11, then it would be the strongest of them all and do a lot more damage than a regular tornado would do. Tornadoes can often be found by Doppler radar, like the ones used by the Weather Channel. The word tornado is the alternative version of the Spanish word tronada, which meant thunderstorm, and the alternative version of the Latin word tonere, which meant to thunder. Likewise, there is another word for tornado known as cyclone. This term was used in the movie The Wizard of Oz in the late 1930s. The term twister was used in the 1996 film that was related to the tornado storm called Twister. The word twister is also sometimes referred to be old-fashioned, like the word cyclone. Tornadoes often develop as funnel clouds with no associated strong winds at the surface, and not all funnel clouds devolve into tornadoes. Most of these tornadoes produce really strong winds at the surface, while the funnel cloud is still visible and above ground. So, in other words, it's really difficult to tell the difference between a funnel cloud and a tornado from a distance. Sometimes a tornado isn't usually visible until high winds and rapid rotations form, which usually causes a water vapor to condense into cloud droplets and to rotate to form a visible funnel cloud. Multiple tornadoes produce the same storm cell, and they are called, well, the tornado family. Tornadoes can be made from a large-scale storm system. If there is no break in the storm, it is considered a tornado outbreak. A period of several successive days with tornado outbreaks is called an extended tornado outbreak. Small, relatively weak landspouts may be visible as only a small swirl of dust on the ground, although sometimes the funnel may not extend all the way to the ground, but if it is associated with a surface wind, then the circulation is considered a tornado. Large single vortex tornadoes can look like large wedges stuck into the ground and are known as wedge tornadoes or wedges. It can be so wide that it appears to be a block of dark clouds wider than the distance from the cloud base to the ground. Even an experienced storm observer may not be able to tell the difference between a wedge tornado and a low hanging cloud from it at a distance. Each tornado is different, with a different category to calculate its winds and the damage it can do. Tornadoes can do a lot of damage with just one lone one swirling through the storm, but at times a huge storm can produce several tornadoes at the same time under given circumstances. Lightning is not involved with a tornado storm because tornadic storms do not contain any lightning. Remember to always be on the lookout for tornadoes during storms and never take one lightly just because you think it might not be dangerous. Tornadoes have the ability to be both dangerous and not dangerous based on their type and rating, so be prepared and weather aware.